Hey, beautiful people. Thank you so much for listening to part 3 of my testimony series. I appreciate the love and support. After heart surgery, getting a pacemaker, and throwing a tantrum for a few months, my dad finally came back home. The doctor told him if he didn't change his bad habits, he was going to die within a few years. Of course, my dad didn't listen. As soon as he came back home, he started drinking and smoking crack. I was disappointed, but I knew I had to focus on myself. After a few months, I finally landed a job as a pastry cook in San Francisco. My work ethic improved, but I still needed to work hard on crafting my cooking skills. I didn't like the restaurant work ethic. I rarely took my lunch break. Sometimes I worked extra hours with no pay, and I was dealing with a lot of crazy spirits. At that time, I thought about quitting culinary completely. God was still with me. Gospel songs would come through YouTube and the radio that would touch my soul. But I was still hurting, frustrated with myself and my situation. I felt like nothing was going my way, and each time I took a step forward, I was back to square one. And I still had character development to build. My dad and his partner's arguments and fights became so bad. His partner left the apartment and never came back. That led to the rent not getting paid. After a few months, an eviction notice was put on the front door. My dad tried to fight the landlord, but his ex-partner snitched and told the court that he had dogs and extra tenants inside the apartment. We had 30 days to leave. During that time, my dad decided to get a puppy. After my sister and I told him, no, we already have 2. But we named her Khalifa. My great-grandfather became very sick. My father wasn't taking care of him like he was supposed to. And when I told my father that my great-grandfather needed a nurse, he turned defensive. One night, my grandfather woke up gasping and disoriented. My sister and I got him out the bed, took him a bath, and oiled his infected wound. Once again, we told our father that our great-grandfather needed to go to the hospital. My dad didn't listen. He was spiraling out of control. He was only focused on satisfying his lonely and broken heart. The next day or two, my grandfather passed away in his sleep. I felt so bad because I felt like I should have helped him better. I cried and asked for his forgiveness. I appreciate him for telling us about our indigenous roots. And he told me to dance when I was feeling down. We tried to find spots to rent, but nothing was coming through. My dad realized that he couldn't move how he used to move. Rent was getting expensive, and without his partner's help, the landlords wasn't taking him seriously. In the last week before our eviction, my sister and I grabbed our things and put it in the storage. With a co-worker's advice, I quit my job without telling my boss. The last day, my father trashed the apartment, breaking furnitures, glasses, squirting ketchup and mustard on the windows and walls. My sister and I decided to take our dogs and leave before the landlord confront him. Everything was getting worse, and I didn't know what to do. Thank you, and God bless. Stay tuned for part 4.